So what are the requirements? What should you look at when you are deciding or interviewing possible book agents, author agents that can walk your hard-earned project, something you've put your life in? Most of the time, people are focused on their first book. That's the hardest one. The second, third, and fourth are much easier because I've been down that road. What do you look at when deciding on one agent versus the other? The first is, when you apply for a job, you've got to show your resume, your curriculum vitae. What is it that they can check in your background? It's no different. If you want to hire Peggy, who's the book agent, and says, I can take your book into Time Warner Publications or Entrepreneur Press or John Wiley & Sons, any of these big houses, or Random House. Great. I have relationships with all of them. Does that mean she can pick up the phone or text one and they'll respond to her quickly? Or did she meet them at a trade show, they shook hands, and she has their business card and she has simply been forgotten since, but she claims that she has this relationship? Should you put any money down? Does she ask for money to represent you up front? Or is it all based on performance? For your financial benefit, you would rather go with the person that is strictly commission-based. However, if she is representing several authors at the same time, and one has given her money as an incentive, and there's an incentive on the back end, well, maybe it does require a little cash. Recently, I want to bring one of my newly written books into Japan, into the new marketplace. This is where I'm choosing to penetrate and build my personal brand, and other authors that I'm working with getting their publications into this rather lucrative market. It's a closed market, but there's a lot of money, and how do you penetrate it? I was introduced to a book agent here that wanted a certain amount of money up front, and then 10% on the back end of any money that I make from book sales or revenues that are associated with this book. I'm considering it. It's not commonly done in the United States. It's more, usually the percentage is 15%. Think 15% of your signing bonus or 15% of what you sell based on the royalties. The agent gets that for walking your publication in. And what do they do for you? Either assist or lay out your marketing plan, because publishers do very little to nothing in terms of marketing your publication. They are a vehicle to really edit and distribute. You're buying into their distribution chain, because big retailers don't want to work with somebody who isn't a major publisher, because they have a certain standard of excellence. For example, if you want to get into airport bookstores, a book agent could help you get into airport bookstores. I'm referring to Hudson booksellers across all the big airports in the United States, North America, and sometimes they're in overseas branches. Do you work with that agent? You certainly can. I would recommend it, because they might have a direct relationship, because the Hudson booksellers, if you have a business publication, you're buying real estate, you're paying for space. And I would recommend using an agent to get you in with them, because that's a relationship type sales arrangement. You've got to be with a major publisher in order to get into Hudson. They do not accept, from the last time, independent publishers. Something that you put on Amazon through CreateSpace. Can you walk that into Hudson? Last time I checked, the answer is a resounding no. You need to go through. So the old adage, you get what you pay for, might be the case. I'm considering what's going on here in Japan. Do I pay this book agent in order to get my publication in to the big publishers here, who will then handle it and distribute it at all the bookstores, online sales, and give me the credibility that I'm looking for? I'm considering it. When evaluating, look at their results and who can they claim as references. And will they give you these references? If they say, oh no, well, he doesn't like being bothered, this author doesn't like being bothered, say, well, I can't give you any money. I cannot pay you unless I can check your references. So my advice is evaluate. Do not go off excitement in picking somebody because he's made the promise that he can walk you into a big publisher in whatever market you're contemplating penetrating. Look at the results, check out the references, do your homework. That's the lesson. Do your homework before you open up your wallet. That is what you need to do. Homework before wallet.